2 workers at an M&M factory were rescued after they both fell into a full vat of melted chocolate. Now, I remember back in the day when I was in college, we used to see when the internet first started happening and people were searching random things because we were bored. There was like always depictions and stories of like the worst deaths that people had. And one of them was falling into some kind of mechanical vat of a chemical or some kind of substance because they're working in an industry that's creating something. It's the first thing I thought of when I saw this. So some details about these 2 workers that fell into some chocolate. Potentially is really bad. So on Thursday around 2 p.m., first responders were called to the Mars Wrigley Confectionery on 295 Brown Street in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. They found 2 workers who were trapped inside a tank full of chocolate. The workers were rescued and taken to the hospital, though officials have not yet revealed their conditions. The extent of their injuries is unknown, but at this point, the word on the street is that they're generally unscathed, which is actually what I wasn't anticipating because I was picturing literally a full vat where they're now having to drown or swim in it, which is probably a little tough because I assume this chocolate is thicker than water. Anyways, more on this because the tweet says 2 workers are stuck in a chocolate vat at the M&M Mars factory. They are unhurt. Rescue efforts are underway, and they write about that story. Here's a few of the pictures of it: emergency vehicles, aerial shots, blocked off streets. This was serious. So again, the reason why they were okay is because early reports did say they were only waist high in the chocolate. I was assuming that it was tall enough or enough of it that they couldn't even stand up in it. So more because the accident may seem like OSHA has already been prompted to investigate this, because that's the second thing I was thinking. You can only imagine, what did they do with this chocolate? Anyway, here's more details from what they have to investigate. Federal labor officials confirmed that the Occupational Safety and Health Administration is investigating this incident. OSHA has 6 months to investigate and submit its findings, according to US Department of Labor spokesperson, because of course, maybe if it happens again, maybe there's some kind of mechanisms inside of it that are also dangerous. But again, my first thought is, so which batches of M&Ms and Snickers and whatever else they make there is gonna have these guys' foot dust in it?
Yeah, that was not my first thought. I had a lot of thoughts. None of them made sense.
Did they empty this chocolate?
No, I hear you. And I appreciate that you're trying to keep the chocolate honest, okay, and make sure there's no like that they're not playing footsie with the chocolate. Okay, let's put it that way. But when I saw the headline, 2 workers stuck in a chocolate tank, I thought, why did they make a tank out of chocolate? Swear to God, I thought that. Okay, I'm like, what the hell? Were they gonna use that in Ukraine? What the was it? Were they gonna put it in a museum? Why did they make a whole tank out of chocolate? I'm such a dumbass. That was so okay. Then the second thing I thought is, did Willy Wonka push them in? And then this is serious. I thought, what is this, like Joker? You know how Joker fell like in a vat of acid, and that's how he became Joker in the MC, not in the MCU, but another one, in obviously the Batman series. But who falls into a vat? Who falls into a vat? How do you do that? Let alone a chocolate vat. And then of course the final thing I thought, because look at me, as I thought, well, why don't they just eat their way out? Yeah. I don't know how hard the chocolate is, but you know. Well, I'd be like, no, hold my beer. I'll see you in a couple of hours.
My initial thought was, how did this start, right? It was 2 guys that end up in this vat of chocolate. My initial thought was that they were just sitting around at work and they were like, how great would it be to just get in there? And then they decided, either through a dare or something. I believe them if they say they fell in, but I would like to imagine that at some point they were at work just thinking about what it would be like to swim in a vat of chocolate. I really have questions about how this incident came to be.
No, Jennifer's onto something here. We need a full investigation here, okay? You know what? Andy Biggs might be right. They don't want you talking about the chocolate. Okay, the Democrats don't want you talking about the chocolate. We're gonna talk about it. Because, wait a minute, if you get pushed in, how are you just like waist deep in chocolate? Wouldn't you, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like
Wouldn't you
chest first?
You're right. If you were pushed in, likely you'd go all the way in and then you'd have to try to get up. And they're obviously stuck. It must be hard in some way. So,
or they fell in an accident. Either way, this could be a lawsuit. You can say we fell in, lawsuit. We're tired of this job.
Yeah, I don't know. This needs a real investigation. Okay, so I'm not letting this go. Was it dark chocolate, milk chocolate? We don't know. The American people need to know. Important issue.
White chocolate.
There you go again, making it racial. By the way, seriously, you know why JR cares about this story more than anything else? Because no one eats more candy than J.R. Jackson.
But the crazy part is not chocolate though.
Oh, but not chocolate. Look at that twist. Nobody saw that twist coming.
Absolutely. We got one more.
If it was a vat of like Twizzlers, Jared would be like, hold up now, I'm going to Pennsylvania, I'm gonna straighten this thing out.
These Twizzlers have become contaminated, I'll take care of this.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.